Here are a few things that I feel like if I have started early in my skincare journey, there would have been a lot of improvement. There are a lot, but I'm just going to talk about some. So you see, one, reapplying my sunscreen. The truth is that I started applying sunscreen really early, but I never took reapplying very seriously. And not reapplying your sunscreen at the right time is as damaging as not applying at all. So I wish I knew about reapplying early enough because it would have done so much. Number two, I wish I knew about incorporating the right exfoliants in my facial skincare routine. I know I need it for my body, but sure you see that facial routine, it has helped a lot. Like a lot of exfoliants here and there, it has helped my skin. I wish I knew that early. In fact, I know that I would have not tackled so many issues I tackled in the past if I had incorporated the right exfoliants in chemical exfoliants in my routine earlier. I also wish I took my diet seriously because earlier I didn't know that I had triggers and the major one was cow milk. I know some people will vow and tell you that there are no tangible research to show that there's some food that can trigger, like acne. But for me, I wish I knew earlier to take my diet seriously. Since I began to cut down on cow milk, cut down on fries, cut down on some junk food. Yeah, I'm not a sweet tooth, but again, there are some things I just stopped, and can't tell you that I wish I started earlier because it has really impacted, my skin. The next one is since I have started double cleansing after every makeup application, because I don't double cleanse regularly, but I noticed that since I started double cleansing every time I wear makeup, I do not break out like I used to in the past. Because sometimes, you just feel lazy. I didn't even know it was that necessary. I would just use my cleanser and do my routine. But since I started to double cleanse every time I wore my makeup, after, cleansing, as after I wore my makeup, there was a huge difference because I feel like you are, deliberately taking off what you don't want on your skin. It has also helped. Then again, I noticed that since I started to avoid any form of towels, what I mean is after cleansing my skin, I just allow it to air dry, and I have noticed a huge difference. I do not touch my skin with my facial skin with any form of towels. I just allow the water or whatever is left to air dry. Of course, I apply my most of my products on a damp skin. I don't allow it dry totally before I apply those products, and it has been amazing. These are the things I really wish I started earlier. Then for the skin on my body, because I have a very dry body type, I have noticed that my skin looks better since I started to apply major or most of my skincare products for the body on a damp skin than just applying it on a dry skin. It has shown a better result. What I mean is every time I want to apply my body butter, my body oils, my body lotion, I make sure I apply it on a damp skin. And also, of course, I used to exfoliate, but I've now taken it seriously and I try as much as possible. It's not for everybody. You have to be sure of how your skin can appreciate or take these products. I try to exfoliate my body like 2 to 3 times in a week, and I have seen an amazing result. If I don't use physical scrubs, I use chemical exfoliants too on my body, and I have seen good results. So here are some things I wish I'd really started earlier. I also feel like I wish I had started retinol earlier because a lot of skin issues would have been avoided if I had started to use my retinol earlier than I started, because retinol is just a super ingredients. As far as you're not breastfeeding, or pregnant, I feel like if you can start early, of course, you need to go through the whole rules because you need to still be sure of which kind of retinol works for you and how slowly you should start and all of that. But retinol is a good active that everyone should, incorporate. Another thing I wish I started earlier was taking my spearmint tea. The truth is that tea has been amazing. A lot of acne that ladies have are caused by the hormones, hormone fluctuations. So I wish I had known about spearmint tea earlier. Since I started to take that tea, I have seen a lot of difference. Treating acne should be from inside out and from outside in. You need to tackle it in both ways. You need to first consider what is happening inside before you now talk about what is happening outside. So I wish I knew about that tea earlier. That tea does amazingly well, especially for those with hormonal acne. Lastly, I wish I knew the power of moisturizing. So, like my watchword, I always say to many of my clients and those around me that if you don't know what to do, just moisturize. I didn't know because I had a very oily facial skin. I used to try as much as possible to avoid moisturizing too much. But I noticed that moisturizing does so much for your skin barrier. Even when your skin just decides to misbehave sometimes and you really cannot tell why the skin has decided to behave like that, just moisturize. When you don't know what to do, just moisturize. It has worked for me powerfully. Just moisturize. It has helped. The power of moisturizing has been amazing. So please moisturize when you don't know what to do. I also feel like I'd known that earlier. Somehow, some people, all that you need to do is to moisturize appropriately, and your skin will be wonderful with the right kind of moisturizers. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Till we see you again. Bye.